It's the NFL on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Baltimore Ravens and the Houston Texans. Coming up next.
We are just about 10 miles south of downtown. You get a look inside NRG Stadium in Houston, the home of the Texans. Good to be with you. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson here in the booth. Greg, we got a couple of teams who love to throw the football, and you know how guys say, hey, we're not going against the other offense. We're going against the other team's defense. Greg, these star wide receivers, you know they're watching what the other guy does on the field here today.
Oh, in their minds, there's no question. They are competing against one another, and I think that's what makes this league so fun is when these guys, they know each other, they study each other, they work together in the off seasons. A lot of times they're friends, but come game day, there is no question. At the end of this one, yes, they want their teams to win, but when they put their two box scores up next to each other, there's going to be some bragging rights come this offseason.
The perennial Pro Bowler, Justin Tucker, has it on the tee. And off we go from Houston. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Houston offense heading out to the field for the first time. They're led by the NFL's Offensive Rookie of the Year in 2023. From Ohio State, it's C.J. Stroud.
I always like studying quarterbacks in year two. I think rookie year, there can either be a lot of growth, right? There's the biggest ability to take that jump, but there's also some struggles you have to work through. In year two, a full offseason, really understanding the playbook. Things have kind of slowed down for you. I feel like year two is a really good indicator of what long-term success looks like for any young quarterback.
First carry for Joe Mixon. And he'll get ahead for about 3 on the first play from scrimmage. They face second down and 7. From the gun, here's Stroud. He'll look deep here for Diggs. That ball incomplete. Got the hands in there to break it up. Could have been a big gainer. Instead, it sets up a third down.
They told us this week they were going to try to come out fast, and tell you what, that's exactly what they did. Put immediate pressure on this secondary and let them know, hey, all game long today, you better defend every blade of grass because we're coming out firing. And even though that ball falls incomplete, it goes a long way in setting up the rest of this game plan as the game unfolds.
Marlon Humphrey, the man there to break that one up.
This offense has to find a way to be better on first and second down, Mike. Living in these third and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
And good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up. The Ravens offense taking the field for the first time, led by their quarterback, league MVP in 2019 and 2023, Lamar Jackson.
I think we're seeing this so often now in the modern NFL is quarterbacks who can hurt you both improv as a scrambler and also with designed runs coming out of the huddle. So this is a tricky situation. Guys who can run with this kind of speed, you have to be very careful how you pass rush them. You're not just rushing to a spot. It's not just an X behind the center. You got to try to corral him and keep him in the pocket because when he escapes, big plays are to be had.
Second down and 8. They're going to go right back to Henry. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
Anytime the running back is forced to chop his feet in the background and never get to top speed, you know that play's not going anywhere. And that's exactly what the defense was able to force here by getting penetration. Great job there stopping this play before he had a chance to even get started.
It's the tight end Likely in motion. On third down, Jackson. And this drive is over before it can start. He's swallowed up to force fourth down.
Sacks are drive killers. There is no greater correlation between a defense getting off the field and the ability to rush the quarterback. And when they come on third down, that number just goes up.
On fourth down, the Ravens call on Jordan Stout to punt. Robert Woods back to return for the Texans. Now fair catch is taken back inside the 40. The Texans offense going to take over now for the second time. They'll search for the first points of this game as they begin the drive on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. And he'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Here's the quarterback doing everything in his power to extend this play, and none of his guys could get open. You got to see someone separate, work with your quarterback, go into scramble second reaction mode, and let's also give some credit to the back end doing a nice job plastering with their assignment, and he had no choice but to throw it away.
That's caught. It's Joe Mixon.
There's a lot of ways to get the ball in the hands of your running backs, and it's not always by just handing it to them. In this case, it's a simple check down, picks up a good gain, brings up third down.
Here's a 3rd down and 4. Now Stroud. He's going to look for the home run ball. Marlon Humphrey, the man there to break that one up.
Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it, continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running by them, there is a lot of space open underneath.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback and will come out to the 20-yard line. The Ravens offense ready for their second possession. They were 3 and out first time around. They'll begin anew here in this scoreless game. It's 1st and 10. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. They'll motion over Flowers. On play action, here's Jackson. A deep shot for Aguilar. And they're going to have this all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
They really showed off their connection on that pitch and catch, Mike, and just really good ball placement and really good separation downfield. And when those two things align, it's just really challenging for a defender to stay with them and take that play away.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Pistol formation with Jackson. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
I got high standards for offensive players, but in this case, Mike, I think I'm giving all the credit to the defender. He timed that one up perfectly, and what could have been an easy play ends up as an incomplete.
Jackson now on 2nd down. He'll complete this one to Rashad Bateman. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
Zone route running, Mike, is very simple. Once you come off the line of scrimmage after the ball is snapped and you know it's zone coverage, as long as it's sort of in the area the quarterback expects you to be, my rule was just run where they're not, and when he throws it, catch it.
Again, it's Jackson. That's to the right side. He's got Andrews. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. In motion comes Andrews. To the air one more time with Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
And he'll take it on in. Rashad Bateman. Touchdown, Ravens.
But you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their second possession.
Now Justin Tucker for the point after. He gets it to go, and the Ravens will take a 7-0 lead. Out there is Tucker, and he'll kick this one away after the touchdown was scored. Now return coming from the 7. Oh, he's got room past the 30. Texans offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down. Back to throw, Stroud. And they get to him and finally bring him down. It will go down as a sack.
It's so easy to underestimate the speed of this quarterback until you get on the field. They break down your pursuit angle so quickly because of that speed, so give credit to the defense. They understand it's a collective effort to contain this guy, and this time, defense wins and brings him down for a sack.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12. Here's Stroud. That'll be taken in by Mixon. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up third down.
When a defense has speed to the ball like this group does, it makes these wide receiver screens really challenging because all those fast linebackers and defensive backs that are chasing the ball carrier, the offensive line are the ones responsible for them, and sometimes that's just a speed mismatch, and they can't get out in front.
Throwing is Stroud. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a fourth down.
And this offense just cannot get anything going right now on third down. If you ask any offensive play caller throughout the entire league, Mike, the importance of third down, maintaining possession, making the defense stay on the field and have long extended drives, it is critical to not only scoring points, but ultimately winning in the NFL.
And that's a nice job of getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere. So here's the Baltimore offense getting set for their next drive. They lead it here early 7-0 as they start with a 1st and 10. Bateman is the motion man. Play action now. Jackson. Taking off.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Henry. Oh, no dice there. He is met and tackled behind the line of scrimmage.
This is what every defense in the league is shooting for, Mike. Negative plays. That's how you kill drives. Force teams to play from behind the sticks. Great job here, taking them down for a loss.
3rd and long. From the shotgun, here's Jackson. He'll try to run for it.
And that's a great job defensively here on 3rd down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, but when the quarterback decides to turn into a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep him short of the 1st down.
Here's Jordan Stout now. And he's on to punt for the 2nd time in this opening quarter. Now a fair catch, and he'll take it at about the 24-yard line. The Texans offense ready to see what they can do. They'll do so with 1st and 10. They'll begin on the ground, and here's Mixon. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a 1st down, a pickup of 9.
This is one of those cases where having high-end speed in the backfield can be such a game changer. The offensive linemen don't need to hold their blocks quite as long. You give this guy a little bit of a crease, and man, he is gone.
Again, they'll give it to Mixon. And he'll have enough to move the chains. He'll take this forward for about 3 yards. Line of scrimmage is the 37-yard line for 1st and 10. They'll give this to Mixon, running right. And he'll wind his way to about the 38-yard line. Kyle Hamilton, the former Notre Dame star, able to make the play. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. On the handoff, it's Mixon. And he'll get this very close to a 1st down. A nice run there. He'll just end up a little bit short.
It's tough to completely celebrate, Mike, when you don't pick up the 1st down, but that's a run you will take every single time. I mean, good yardage, and in a lot of situations, it'll get you the 1st down, just not here.
They'll go play action with Stroud. He's got his man, right side, it's complete.
Really nice job here by the quarterback, understanding what did he need to pick up a fresh set of downs. In this case, that underneath drag route was all it took. Get the ball into the hands of your receiver, pick up a 1st down.
1st and 10. To throw is Stroud. He'll get this one to his safety valve, complete. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. But think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
On 1st and 10, here's Stroud. That's into the hands of Diggs. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. That is quickly out to Diggs. A very nice open field tackle there. He could not get free and gains nothing.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started. And on that 3rd down, they thought an easy way to pick it up and get some positive yards would go to their quick game, but it didn't seem like the receiver and the quarterback were on the same page, and now brings up 4th down.
Fairbairn's kick is good. And the Texans are on the board. It's 7-3.
So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
Fairbairn, after making the field goal, heads back out to kick this one away. From the 6, here comes a return. Now an opening past the 30. And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line. The Ravens offense ready to get back at it. The lead sits at 4, so they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. In motion comes Andrews. On 1st and 10, Jackson. There's a short one caught by Andrews. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. Second down and 3. Now it's a bootleg with Jackson. And he'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
I know this play results in an incomplete pass, but I think this is a really good job by the quarterback. His clock was going off. He felt that rush. He had no immediate target to go to with the ball. Instead, throw it away. Don't take the sack. Live for another day.
Aguilar goes off in motion. And this one is intercepted. Derek Stingley comes up with it. Ooh.
And this is going to go down as a pick, but it really was the pressure defensively that caused the interception. I mean, he was a little sloppy with his fundamentals, but I think it's as a result of the guy in his face led to that ball kind of sailing, inaccurate throw, and that's just really good team defense.
The Texans offense ready to get back to work. They'll start from the plus side of midfield, looking to possibly take the lead here. It's 1st and 10. Stroud to throw. That one underneath here to Mixon. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. Here's Stroud. He'll spot his big tight end. That's Dalton Schultz. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
I just love the feel this tight end has, Mike, for the defense when they play zone coverage. Certain guys, they want to run routes like they're lines on a piece of paper, and they end up going from uncovered space to covered space. But not the case here. He knew he was open. He knew he was in the right spot. He stayed open. The quarterback delivered a good ball.
A throw on the run is complete. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
You can see this connection is just starting really to pick up. They're seeing the game through the same set of eyes, and that is the job of the receiver. What is my quarterback expecting from me? Where does he want me? Be there on time, and it leads to big gains like this.
Out of the gun, here's a give to Mixon. And how about that back bulldozing his way forward? A gain of 9 yards. Second and a yard. From the gun, here's Stroud. That's over the middle and caught by Dell. And this drive's going to continue. They bring him down, but not before he picks up 1st and goal for his team. From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Nico Collins was the intended receiver there, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
I think their sideline celebrated just a little prematurely, because if you look closer, Mike, it's pretty clear. The receiver did not possess the ball while having both feet in bounds. Missed opportunity there, incomplete.
They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can feel them starting to press a little bit, especially with this passing game. They find themselves so close to the end zone, they got to get it over the goal line. You got to be a little bit more accurate. You got to be a little bit smarter with the ball, and right now, the timing, the spacing, it's just not matching up.
From the gun here on 3rd down, it's Stroud. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Now Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Texans are on top. It's now 10-7. And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it off. Hardy now with the return. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. The Ravens offense ready to get back at it. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Henry. And that's the way you want to run it on 1st down. A gain of 7. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. They'll go again here with Henry. And he will keep the drive moving. Gets the 1st down. Nice gain of 5.
2nd down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a 1st down.
Aguilar goes off in motion. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. They'll put a receiver in motion right. On play action, here's Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
Sometimes it's those footsteps. I don't care how long you've been playing or at what level you've been playing at. When that defender's bearing down, you really get a good idea of what guys are willing to go through contact to secure a catch, and in this case, what guys are unwilling.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And he's going to run out of time. They get to him and bring him down. A touchdown apiece here in the 1st quarter of play. It's the Texans who have the early lead. And more from Houston coming up in a moment. On comes the punter now, as he's on to punt for Baltimore. A fair catch taken, and they're going to start right at their own 20-yard line. The home team's offense and running back Joe Mixon heading out onto the field. And he's been a big component of the passing game so far. You see the numbers here in the 1st half. This defense is going to need to find a way to key in on him because he's eating them up right now. This drive starts at the 21. It's 1st and 10. They will work the middle with Mixon. Not much there, maybe a yard. On 2nd down, the pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line.
So after picking up some positive yardage on 1st down, they end up going backwards on 2nd. That sack now brings up 3rd and long, and what most of the time is a very pass-happy situation makes them very one-dimensional.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Now, Stroud. He's got his tight end. It's Schultz. And he's going to be taken down inside the 40-yard line.
I'm just not sure how you let somebody that big get so wide open. And judging from the defense's body language, I think it's pretty safe to say that somebody blew their coverage assignment.
First and 10 now from the 36. Man in motion, it's Diggs. He runs with it, and he'll gain yardage and able to get down at the end of the play.
Take a look at his eyes. You can see the quarterback clearly going through all of his progressions, and he's quick to realize there's nowhere to go with this ball. He makes the right decision and gets out of there, picks up some good yardage, and gets down on the ground.
A second down throw for Stroud. Inside the 10, it is caught. And they're going to be set up now as he's brought down at the 5-yard line.
Well, they certainly aren't wasting any time marching down the field. I mean, you only need one hand to count how many plays they've run, and yet they find themselves first and goal inside the low red zone.
5 yards from the house. They've got it first and goal. Stroud going to set up to throw. And he's able to gain yardage out of this one before he slides.
First and goal. The quarterback thinks he's got a shot to take this one in himself. I think he's just a little late in his reaction and decision to turn into a runner. Defense has just enough time to get there. They stop him short of the end zone. Second and goal.
From the 2 now, here's second and goal. Now Stroud. And he's going to be swallowed up, taken down, sacked back at the 5.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the 3rd sack of the game. And this defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
From back at the 5, here now 3rd and goal. Back to throw, Stroud. That's to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with a lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Texans add on to their lead. Fairbairn, after making the field goal, heads back out to kick this one away. Hardy now with the return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Ravens offense ready to come back out for this next possession. The deficit, 6 points. So a touchdown here would be mighty nice for the offense. See what they can do on this drive. First and 10. On the option, they give it to Henry. He'll get about 2. It is Azeez Al-Shire with the stop. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Aguilar goes off in motion. They'll work straight ahead with Henry. And this will be a short pickup to about the 30. Jalen Petrie up to make the tackle. What can they do here on 3rd down and 7? It's the tight end Likely in motion. Off the play fake, Jackson. Give him 11 on the scramble and give them a new set of downs.
This is an element that defensively you always have to be ready to defend. You can't just accept that it's a pass and be so consumed with the receivers downfield. You have to account for the quarterback as a scrambler. You can see why, as he's able to get out of the pocket and pick up the first down.
Give him 10 more on that one. Just enough for another first down.
Nice job there, getting the ball to your slot receiver and then letting him get to work. It's a nice feeling as a quarterback when you can just have a short throw, still result in a big game.
It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. A give right up the middle to Henry. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down. They'll try to throw here with Jackson. He'll find Aguilar complete. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short. Now a 3rd and 2. Man, and he's going to have the first down yardage. The stop made at the 31, but a new set of downs. First down picked up.
Sometimes, Mike, the best plan is also the simplest plan. And for this team, just snap the ball to your quarterback, let him find some daylight, and go get that first down himself.
A first down throw for Jackson. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's a 2nd and 6. Play action now. Jackson. A throw there on 2nd down, going to be incomplete.
Even though it doesn't result in a sack, when you dial up the right pressure at the right time, Mike, sometimes that's all it takes to lead to that incompletion. The timing is just a little off between the quarterback and his intended target, and the ball falls incomplete.
21 is the line to gain as we hit 3rd down. That's to the right side. He's got Andrews.
When you're willing to throw the ball short of the sticks on 3rd down, you know what that tells me, Mike? The decision to go for it on 4th down has already been made. If you're able to pick it up with yards after the catch, great. But if not, it's a 4th and short, and you give yourself a realistic shot of converting on this 4th down.
Jackson gonna keep it himself. They get 18 yards on 4th down and a fresh set of downs.
This defense has had their share of troubles trying to contain this quarterback today, Mike. This time they go to the zone read. The defender goes after the running back, and the quarterback pulls it, keeps it himself, and has a huge gain for a first down.
This has been some kind of march downfield now. Can they pay it off with 6? It's 1st and goal. Here's a run. And he will fight his way to the end zone. Derrick Henry. Touchdown, Baltimore. Taking care of business on the ground to get the score. And, Greg, the big guys up front, they deserve some praise on that one.
Absolutely, Mike. And it really only takes one guy to distort the defense and win his block. But in this case, give credit to the entire unit. They did their job, and they reward their offense with a touchdown.
Point after now from Tucker. He's got it. And the Ravens move out in front by a point. It's 14-13. Out there is Tucker, and he'll kick this one away after the touchdown was scored. This will be returned from the 6. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Houston offense going to make their way back onto the field. The deficit is 1, as they'll search now for that go-ahead score. Here's 1st and 10. To throw is Stroud. And he'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
I think the biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. Question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
And a pickup of 3 or maybe 4, Kyle Hamilton, the former Notre Dame star, able to make the play. Third and 6. Here's Stroud. He's got his man. It's Diggs. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
This is clinic tape for any young wide receiver out there watching this guy run routes. He has the defender thinking everything is a go ball. Attack him vertically, and then when you get to your route depth, you stick that foot in the ground, you break in, balls on time, results in a nice first down pickup.
They'll run on 1st down with Mixon. Fighting off defenders here. He'll churn forward and pick up 3. They face 2nd down and 7. Here's a toss, right side to Mixon. And he's going to pick it up and take it down inside the 35 for the 1st down.
Simple play to call, but complex to execute. A toss play is beautiful, Mike, when a team hits it like they just did. We can see why they're a fan in the toss. Healthy gain, and they pick up the 1st down.
On 1st and 10, here's Stroud. That's complete to Diggs. And he's out of bounds all the way inside the 15-yard line. He had their lone touchdown of the game earlier, and he comes through with the catch and a 1st down in this spot.
Now, this is the epitome of a really short throw and a really nice run after catch. And listen, for a quarterback, it all counts the same. You don't always have to throw the ball downfield to generate explosive plays, and these drag routes can be very, very effective.
Not much room to speak of. He'll take this to the 11. Here's a 2nd and 9. They'll go right back to Mixon. And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6, and it sets up 3rd down. To throw, it's Stroud. And that's going to wind up uncatchable out of the back of the end zone. It's incomplete.
Teams practice these situations all week long, Mike. Down here in the tight red zone, you find yourself inside the 10-yard line. You're thinking, we've got to come away with a touchdown. Well, after that third down incomplete, it's going to be real interesting to see how they approach this fourth down after failing on third.
3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Texans are going to move out in front.
And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
Fairbairn, after making the field goal, heads back out to kick this one away. Hardy now with the return. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. Derrick Henry heading out along with the rest of this Ravens offense. They trail by 2 and will start this drive with 1st and 10. From the shotgun, here's Jackson. That's caught. Derrick Henry. And he's going to be dragged down, but not until he's inside the 25.
This defense just gets punched in the mouth on that one, Mike, and it just seemed from up here that not everyone on defense was on the same page, and the offense was able to take advantage of it. The defense has to clean things up here in a hurry, because if they don't, they could be in for a long day.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. Bateman is the motion man. Jackson now to throw on 1st down. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. They send him right out of the slot. On the ground, here's Henry. He's able to get away from one man, but the reinforcements were there fast. He's taken down for a loss on the play.
When you can get this level of run support out of your secondary, Mike, man, what an advantage for any defense. This defensive back clearly reads run, gets off his block, and he's able to take down the back for a loss of yards.
Jackson from the gun on 3rd down. Taking off, he'll try to get there. A gain of 11, and it's 1st and goal. Two minutes to go, first half in a 2-point game. Greg and I back from Houston in a moment. So here's a chance to take the lead going into the locker room. It's 1st and goal. From the gun, Jackson. And he's into the end zone yet again. Derrick Henry. Touchdown, Ravens. His 2nd TD of the game, and this one gives his team the lead.
So often these defenses come into the game, Mike, and when they build their pass defense plan, there's tight ends, there's receivers, there's so many weapons that these offenses around the league have at their disposal. It could be easy sometimes to not account for the running back out of the backfield, and that's exactly what happened here. Easy throw, get it into the hands of one of the most dynamic guys on the field, and let them do the rest after the catch, and he takes it in for a touchdown.
Extra point try now for Tucker. The kick is good, and the Ravens will up the lead to 5. Out there is Tucker, and he'll kick this one away after the touchdown was scored. From the 6, here comes a return. And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line. The home team's offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. The deficit is 5, so they'll try to put a drive together here. They'll begin it with 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Stroud. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8. He'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Stroud to throw. Laying out, and he made the catch. What a play. The Texans going to go ahead and use their first timeout here. And they'll get a chance to talk things over after picking up that 1st down. From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. That's over the middle and caught by Dell. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
That last completion's going to go a long way towards at least finishing this 2-minute drive, Mike, with some points. You're already in field goal range, so now the idea is continue to work the clock down, take a couple shots at the end zone. You want to get points, ideally a touchdown, but either way, you have the ball last before the end of the 2nd quarter.
And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. Throwing is Stroud. He's hit as he threw. It goes to the ground, and it's an incomplete pass.
You know, there's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
On 3rd down, here's a run by Mixon. Now the Ravens use their first timeout. Clock will stop just under 30 seconds to go in this 2nd quarter. Jaime Fairbairn coming on to try the field goal. This one from 39 yards out. Another one through the uprights. He's 4 for 4 on the game. And the Texans will cut the deficit down to 2. They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the 1st half. And the kickoff's coming their way. This returnable from the 4. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The visitors' offense going to get it one last time here late in the opening half. The lead is 2, and they're going to try to make something happen here, starting with a 1st and 10. In motion comes Andrews. On 1st and 10, Jackson. They try to set up the screen, but this one doomed from the start. It's incomplete.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep this one on the ground. And that'll go for a gain of about 4. Jalen Petrie up to make the tackle. So we've reached halftime, and the visiting Ravens are in front. As we'll head over to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He has the EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, Mike, thank you. More from you and Greg in a moment, but for now, welcome one and all to our EA Sports halftime report. It was Derrick Henry, as he normally does, making his impact felt in that first half. He found the end zone twice, once on the ground and once in the passing game, as he proved he's anything but a one-dimensional running back.
This is still anyone's ball game at this point. The difference is just 2 as we begin quarter number 3. This will be returned from the 6. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. Lamar Jackson and the Ravens headed back out again. And we run you through the highlights here. It has been a very big performance from the quarterback position, instrumental in leading and executing, and now trying to finish strong and take his team to the finish line. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. They'll run. It's Henry. And he is planted in the backfield. Defenders crashing through, blow up that play behind the line.
With the struggles they had running the ball in the first half, Mike, it makes sense that they're trying here early in the second to get this ball carrier going. But this last run's not going to do him any favors. Another rush, another loss of yards.
Aguilar goes off in motion. And he's going to be swallowed up again. Back-to-back runs, back-to-back losses. Now it's 3rd down.
You have to wonder if next time, does the play caller give his quarterback some options to check out of this play? It was clear before the ball was snapped, this was not a great look for that play call, and you can see the end result.
3rd and long for Jackson. There's a short one caught by Andrews. And he'll be stopped short of a 1st down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down.
That's just one of those drives that was out of whack from the start, Mike. They just couldn't get anything going on the early downs, and they'll most likely punt the ball away and hope that their defense can do the same thing and get them the ball back.
Fair catch is called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. C.J. Stroud and the Houston offense set to get going again. And he's had it going in the first half. Really had his way with the secondary. They have been powerless to stop him. Now, you're going to try to keep it going. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. They'll go play action with Stroud. Open man downfield. It's Nico Collins. Just his first catch. They have held him in check so far, but that one gives them a 1st down.
Didn't take them long to get now to their opponent's side of the field. I like the idea of starting this drive with some explosive pass plays. That's going to open everything up, both underneath in the passing game and on the ground. So big play to get this drive off to a fast start.
Stroud to throw here on 1st and 10. And he'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. Stroud. That'll be taken in by Mixon. And he'll be very close to a first down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot.
This guy's really starting to roll now. I mean, his involvement in the passing game just continues to pick up. And until the defense identifies him as a pass threat, I expect this quarterback to keep looking his way.
They'll throw here on 3rd and short yardage. He'll try to run for it. What a good choice to get out and run. That's a pickup of 18 and a first down.
Great job here by the quarterback on 3rd and short, knowing that if nothing's there downfield, he can pick this up with his legs. And not only is he able to pick up the first down, he gets a whole lot more than that.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Here's Stroud. That is caught side of the end zone. Touchdown, Texans. His 2nd TD of the game, and this one gives his team the lead. The teamwork was just ideal there. Greg, we don't see practice all week, but we see it pay off in the game.
And when you have a wide receiver, Mike, that can operate near the sideline, it just increases the amount of space that quarterback has to work with. He knows that he can put that ball maybe a little bit further away from the defender, knowing he's got the guy on the other end to not only secure the catch, but to keep his feet in bounds for a touchdown.
And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it off. He fields it at the 8. And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line. The visitors' offense about ready to take over once more. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. Bateman is the motion man. Off the play fake, Jackson.
The whole idea of the play-action pass, Mike, is that you can slow the pass rush down enough that it allows longer, slower developing pass concepts to open up downfield. But in this case, they were on him so fast that by the time he got his head around, that ball needed to come out. There was no timing and ultimately led in an incompletion.
Jackson now on 2nd down. Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. But he can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Defense got lucky on that one. There's no one accounting for the running back out of the backfield as they should have, and fortunately for them, he bails him out by not securing the catch.
On 3rd down, Jackson. He'll try and get there on the ground. Give him 11 on the scramble and give them a new set of downs.
Having a quarterback with this ability to run is such an X factor in today's NFL. It's an element of their offense that you have to be prepared for on every single play. Here we see it on 3rd down. Starts out as a pass, nowhere to go with the ball. He tucks it, turns into a runner, picks up the 1st down.
A 1st down throw for Jackson. A pass pulled in by Henry. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. They'll motion over Flowers. 2nd down. Jackson. He'll look underneath for Henry. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
So often for a defense defending the passing game, the most difficult guy to account for is the running back out of the backfield. So a really nice job here bringing him down before he has a chance to pick up any yards after the catch.
On play action, here's Jackson. This one complete to Bateman. And he will not quite get to the marker. Good job there defensively, and now decision time. What are you going to do on 4th down?
The initial reaction is, how does this quarterback not throw the ball past the 1st down line to gain to try to extend this drive? And the reality is, because they've already decided they're going to go for it on 4th down.
And no chance of a run back here. This one's going to sail out of bounds. Stephon Diggs and the rest of the Houston offense set to take over again. The lead is 5 as they're going to start with this 1st down. They'll begin on the ground, and here's Mixon. And he'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's 2nd down. Now a toss play with Mixon. And he will not be able to get free, picking up only a yard. Now it's 3rd down. Stroud going to set up to throw. Pushed out to his left, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
We're starting to see in these passing situations, Mike, this defensive line is starting to have their way against this group up front, because right now their pass protection is breaking down and his quarterback's paying the price for it.
The Texans getting all set to punt, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. A fair catch called and taken right at the 30-yard line. The Ravens offense ready for this next possession. They'll start out 1st down and 10. Jackson out of the pistol. Now he'll run. And the quarterback scrambling, maneuvers his way back to the line of scrimmage, but that's all he can get out of that one.
Give him credit for keeping this play alive as long as he could. This easily could have gone down for a loss, but he's kind of able to find his way forward and at least get back to the line of scrimmage.
Aguilar goes off in motion. He'll turn this into a gain of about 4. It's going to lead to 3rd down. Jackson looking to throw. Now a screen set up for Henry. Good hustle by the defense. They beat the offensive lineman to the blocks there. No gain on that screen pass.
Even though they gave up that last completion, Mike, that's a really good drive there for this defense. I mean, from the beginning, on those early downs, keeping them from staying ahead of the chains, put them in a tough third down situation, and now it brings up fourth down, and looks like they're going to get off the field.
Fair catch made here, and the drive will start at the 23-yard line. Texans offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. To throw is Stroud. There's that man again, another catch. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's 2nd and 6. From the gun, here's Stroud. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
The relationship between the pass rush and the pass coverage is critical. The better you rush the passer, the more pressure you can take off your coverage, and that's a great example why.
Here comes 3rd and 6. To throw, it's Stroud. He's got his tight end. It's Schultz. 13 yards on the catch there. 1st down for Houston.
I know, I'm biased. But listen, you can't convince me, Mike, that there's a better option on the field, especially when you got a guy like this, than on 3rd down or critical moments. That's where the ball needs to go. The size, the speed, the matchup problems that he creates. If I was in a critical situation, there is no doubt where I'm going with the ball.
And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, nothing more.
Coming off that edge, Mike, you have to quickly determine, is this a pass or is it a run? And once he realized it was a run, he's able to shed his blocker, make the play, no gain.
Again, they'll give it to Mixon. And he'll get this up close to a 1st down as the tackle is made right at the midfield stripe. Here's 3rd down and a few inches. They'll try and run for this with Mixon. He's got nowhere to go. The defensive front controlling the line of scrimmage there, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground, Mike. There was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
The Texans set to punt this one away, as he's on for the 5th time this afternoon. So here's the Baltimore offense getting set for their next drive. They'll do so with 1st and 10. They'll motion over Flowers. Play action now. Jackson. And he's not able to get away. He does manage to get back to the original line of scrimmage, and that'll set up 2nd down.
We've seen a little bit of a transformation across the defensive tackle position. And what I mean, Mike, is years ago, they were on the interior of the line to stuff the run. They were big bodies taking up space. Now, not only do you have to defend the run, You have to be able to win one-on-one matchups and get to the quarterback.
He'll try to hit him with a screen. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down. Now it's Jackson. They'll look to set up the screen here. And he's going to get there. He got the 1st down, not by a whole lot, but that'll keep this drive rolling.
The best time to call a screen is when the defense is anticipating pass. Allow that defensive front to rush the passer. Just get through the offensive line enough before you drop it to your back. Get out behind those big offensive linemen and pick up the 1st down.
And he is out of bounds, but not until he's inside the 40-yard line. It's another big play in a game that's had its share. 31 yards.
Mike, it just seems like certain games each week just align for matchups like we're seeing today. Just 2 quarterbacks trading blow for blow, putting on a show for their respective teams. Let's see if he can finish this drive off with another touchdown following that big play.
They'll run out of the gun with Henry. And a good job following his blockers, a gain of 7. It'll be 2nd down. On the option, they give it to Henry. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line.
This is a guy who's been doing it at a high level, Mike, for a long time. Not too many running backs finding success in the NFL past the age of 30. That's usually when they kind of ride off into the sunset, but as always, there's the exception to every rule.
They'll try to throw here with Jackson. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Searching for his Pro Bowl tight end Mark Andrews that time. And it'll bring up 2nd down. From the gun, Jackson. That's to the right side. He's got Andrews. Trying to keep a drive alive. Going to have to convert on 3rd and 9. It's the tight end Likely in motion. Now faking the give. And he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. That's going to go down as a sack and a loss of a couple.
This is where the playmaking ability almost can be a detriment to a running quarterback. They have such confidence in their ability to keep plays alive with their legs that sometimes they hold it just a little bit too long, thinking they can make the next big play. And good job by the defenders tracking him down and took him down for a loss.
Tucker's kick is good. And the Ravens will cut the deficit down to 2. So Tucker is back out after making the field goal. He'll kick this one away. This one taken at the 7. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. The Texans offense ready to get back at it. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Dell motioning over. On 1st down, they'll start with Mixon. And he'll manage only the 34-yard line. He's brought down after a short gain. Second down and 8. Here's a give up the middle to Mixon. Mixon has the 1st down and more. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line. A gain there of 21. It's good for a Texans 1st down. So no shortage of offense in this one as we end the 3rd. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. First and 10. The give, running right. It is Mixon. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
And this running game has really been rolling, Mike, all game long. The holes, the run lanes, they've been there consistently. Here's another nice run as they look to put this game away.
In motion now, it's Collins. Out of the gun, here's a give to Mixon. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
You know, there's all this talk, Mike, about the value of the run game in today's NFL. You know when the run game matters? It matters right now. 4th quarter, you've got the lead. Can you lean on your running back and offensive line to close this game out?
Stroud to throw here on 1st and 10. Over the middle, he's got the tight end Schultz. And he's close to another 1st down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. Here's 2nd and 2. From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. That's hauled in at the 2. And they'll stop him just short of the goal line, but they are going to have enough to convert. It's going to be 1st and goal.
I love this concept here. Really good job by the other receivers clearing out that space. Big tight end comes down with the catch, and it's going to bring up 1st and goal.
They'll run here with Mixon. He'll get this forward, no signal. They're going to mark him down at the 1. From a little closer, here's 2nd and goal. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. Again, it'll be Mixon. And this time he will work his way into the end zone. Joe Mixon. Touchdown, Houston. Greg, that's the way to handle it. Up 1, go down the field, get the touchdown, and extend the lead to 7.
Mike, the key for this offense is they were at their best when their best was needed. Being able to extend this lead late in the 4th quarter, they've got to be feeling pretty good about where things stand to close this game out.
Fairbairn to add the extra point. The kick is good. And the Texans will make it a 2-score game as they are now up 9. And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it off. A return now from the 4. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Ravens offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. They trail here by a couple of scores. The margin is 9 as this drive starts with first down. Here's Lamar. He'll keep it on the zone read. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's second down.
Nice job by the defense. They had that one well read from the beginning, Mike. Someone's responsible for the running back, but the key here was the defender responsible for the quarterback. Stays with him, keeps him to a short gain.
From the shotgun, here's Jackson. A throw, left side, caught by Andrews. Third down, 3 to go. It's the tight end Likely in motion. Third and short, Jackson. And that is incomplete.
They're lucky to have avoided this mistake here, Mike. In the fourth quarter, with possessions running out, that would have been a critical back-breaking play in this game. And they're going to have second life now after that defender drops the ball. And let's see if they can take advantage of it.
Ravens bring their punt team out. And no return on this one. Fair catch signaled for and taken. The Texans offense and C.J. Stroud ready to get to work once more. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read, seemingly every time. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. A run here with Mixon. A gain of 4 as he's taken down. A second down throw for Stroud. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him.
If they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself, but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be overstated.
Third down and 9. Here's Stroud. That's over the middle and caught by Dell. A gain of 11 on that one. First down for Houston.
That might end up being the backbreaker right now. This defense desperately needed to get off the field and give their offense a chance to cut into this 2-score lead. But instead, they now got to defend a fresh set of downs. And as you look up at this clock, they might be running out of time.
They'll run on first down with Mixon. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. They'll go right back to Mixon. And it doesn't appear that he got to that first down marker. They'll only give him a yard, so it'll set up third down. They will work the middle with Mixon. And he is going to have a Texans first down. At least at first glance, they'll spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
I think everybody in the stadium saw that run coming, Mike, but good luck stopping it. I mean, all he really had to do was just fall forward, and it would be enough to pick up the first down.
Stroud to throw here on first down. And they're going to track him down. He couldn't find a receiver, and down he goes.
So after surrendering their 6th sack of the game, I looked down on the sideline, Mike, and found their offensive line coach. He grabbed his headset, removed it, and he slammed it on the ground. And truthfully, I don't blame him. His unit has been getting worked up front all day in pass protection.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Now, Stroud. That's over the middle and caught by Collins. Well, that helps. It's going to be a much more manageable 3rd down, getting some good yardage on that 2nd down play.
After that first down sack, I think we both kind of looked at each other and said, all right, well, there goes this drive. But a really nice job there in the passing game on 2nd down. That big chunk brings them from 2nd and long to now at least 3rd and manageable.
On 3rd down, here's a run by Mixon. And that call will not get it done. The defense ready, stopping him behind the line of scrimmage, and it sets up 4th down.
This is one of those down and distances where the offense really could either run or pass, but give credit to the defense. They sold out to stop the run, and boy, were they right. They take them down for a loss.
Special teams on the field, ready for this punt, as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a 4th quarter lead. The Ravens offense and Lamar Jackson getting set to take over once more. And this defense has got to be at its wits' end, trying to come up with a way to keep him contained. He's had so many opportunities to tuck it and go, and he's turned a number of those into big plays. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. Aguilar goes off in motion. Jackson now to throw on 1st down. This one complete to Bateman. And he's got it to the 35-yard line.
Things certainly look a little improbable right now, Mike, but I wouldn't say impossible. I think they've got to capitalize on this possession to pick up some points. Every single possession right now is priceless. Points, possessions, and then they got to get some defensive stops.
On play action, here's Jackson. That's downfield, and he's got Andrews, his tight end. They are cooking to begin this drive. This play going for 30 yards.
Everyone talks about all the physical qualities to play quarterback in the NFL, Mike, and of course that's a given, but it's really the cerebral approach to the game that separates the best from everybody else, and I think both of those things were on display there, as he did not only a great job of finding the vulnerabilities of the back end, but then once his guy was there, it was that arm talent that put the ball in the exact right spot to allow his guy to make the big play.
Taking off. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
We've seen this quarterback have some effective plays with his legs all game today, Mike. He knows when to stay in there and look to pass, but he also knows when it's time to tuck it and go, and he's able to pick up good yardage there.
Bateman is the motion man. A 1st down throw for Jackson. He pulls it in around the 5. And the Ravens are looking at a 1st and goal as he's taken down at the 2-yard line.
And this is what the offense needed. Now, after that last completion, you still trail here in the 4th quarter. You need scores, and you need scores fast, so they cannot take their time. I wouldn't be surprised to get them right back up on the line of scrimmage. And
He's got his big tight end, Mark Andrews. Touchdown, Baltimore. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance, but can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
Tucker for the point after. He's got it, and the Ravens will cut it to a 2-point lead. So the lead is down to just 2 now in the fourth quarter as they kick it off. On the return, it's Dameon Pierce. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. The Texans offense and running back Joe Mixon heading out onto the field. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the fourth quarter. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Mixon. Not much to speak of on that one, maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down. Now Stroud. He'll dump this down to the fullback coming out of the backfield. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down.
Seems like the fullback is kind of the last of a dying breed, but we see them used occasionally in the run game. But man, when you have a guy that you can target in the passing game, it just adds one more layer for a defense to have to worry about.
And that is incomplete.
Well, here we find the best laid plans sometimes do go astray. Every offense, Mike, what do they tell us? We want to stay ahead of the chains. We want to stay on schedule. This was a 3rd and very reasonable. Incomplete on that 3rd down try. Now brings up 4th and short.
A fair catch taken here, and it's going to come right at the 15-yard line. The Ravens offense ready to take over once again. They trail by 2 and will start this drive with 1st and 10. Jackson. Open man is Bateman. He's got him. And they're going to mark him down right at the 30-yard line.
As this game continues to come down to the wire, Mike, it just reminds us, this is where quarterbacks earn their keep. You are judged by how you play in these critical moments. In fourth quarter, down a score, it doesn't get much bigger than this.
So, 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll run it with Henry. And a nice tackle in the open field limits the gain to only 1. Here's 2nd and 9. Bateman is the motion man. Off the play fake, Jackson. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down.
There's no more efficient play in the NFL, Mike, than the play-action passing game, and you can see here why. You make the defense have to honor both the run and the pass, and he's able to pick up a nice gain to his tight end.
Now Jackson, this a designed run. And he'll be brought down, but what a run. Down to the 40.
When this offense is really in gear, Mike, a lot of it is because of the ability of Lamar Jackson running the football. He is what makes this thing go, and you can see why.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Now, Jackson. Oh, and a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass he'll say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up 2nd down.
These are the kind of plays that give running backs bad names. I mean, there's nothing fancy about this. You're wide open, the ball's on target. He just flat out dropped it.
2nd down, Jackson. There's that man again, another catch. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down. It's the tight end Likely in motion. On 3rd down, Jackson. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long. So 2 minutes left to play in the 2nd half. We'll come back and finish this one off. After this, we are set for 4th and long. They'll drop to throw. This is caught. He's got a long way to go.
So you roll the dice on offense and you fail. But now you can't give up. Your defense has to go out there and get a stop. You have all 3 timeouts. You have time to get the ball back one more time on offense. So now your defense needs to answer the bell and give your offense one more shot.
Three tight ends in the game to start the drive. They'll begin on the ground, and here's Mixon. Angling to the sideline, inside the 35. A terrific run there, all the way down to the 30-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Now Mixon. Well, they weren't going to get him the second time with the same back. Defense all over that one. They stop him for no gain. In motion now, it's Collins. They'll run out of the gun with Mixon. He'll manage only about 3, so it will bring up 3rd down. From the gun, here's Stroud. He's got his man. It's Diggs. And he will score again. Touchdown, Texans. That is his third touchdown of the afternoon.
And that's exactly how you stress all week, finishing a game. Get the ball and leave no doubt. But that late touchdown, Mike, that should all but just seal this victory away.
Now, an important extra point here to maybe salt this one away. His kick is good. And the Texans will make it a 2-score game as they are now up 9. And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it off. Hardy now with the return. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. The visitors' offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And you get a look at the numbers, they don't even tell the whole story. This has been a tremendous performance to this point. They'll come up for 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. And this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
And the big guys up front in the offensive line just continue to not be on the same page. And we've seen it time and time again here today. This pass rush remains one step ahead of them. And it's the quarterback who continues to pay the price.
They'll come up now for 2nd down. Throwing Jackson. Down the field, he's got Aguilar. And he'll be taken down all the way up past the 45.
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open. And if you're not open, you better get open quick because that ball is coming out.
And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
As a route runner, once you identify zone coverage like they were playing here, the key is find open space and stay in it. He did a nice job here because that was not a big hole. The quarterback had to put a little extra on that one, and they were able to make the completion.
On 1st and 10. Jackson. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. Here's a 2nd and 6. Jackson up top again. That'll be incomplete. And now we are down to likely just one more play.
There's only a handful of guys in the league who legitimately have world-class speed, and he's one of them. I mean, he's the type of weapon that you 3 or 4 times a game have to just say, okay, my guy, he's faster than your guy. We're going to send him deep and let it fly. And even though that one falls incomplete, you have to continue to sprinkle that threat in because it makes every...
And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long. So it's a win here for the Texans. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. In the end, got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did. And that was the difference in this one. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. It's a win for the Texans as we say, so long from Houston.